Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from AnthonysCustoms, and for this review, we are looking at the McFarlane Toys Destiny Warlock figure. Again, if it has a particular name, I'll put it in the title. I don't know what these are called specifically, because I'm borrowing this from a friend, and I don't know much about this line because I gave up on Destiny 1 not too recently. Anyway, these guys look kind of cool, but that's about it. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand so we can take a closer look. This guy stands just about 6 3/4 inches, which makes him just about 16.5 centimeters, right around there, pretty close. This guy, less appealing than the two Titans. There's a whole lot less to look at. The sculpt appears to be a little bit softer, and I know he's mostly just because he's wearing clothes rather than armor, but it still just has a whole lot less going for it. And then the paint, I mean, it's technically there. You can see the lines going down the dress. You know, it's okay. It's just not, I don't know, it's kind of sloppy. It's not too uniform. The mark, it's not a mark. Whatever it's called for a Warlock, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Same thing for all these little bony protrusions. They're painted well enough. This one's kind of mushed onto his head, oddly, but I guess that's okay. There's shading on the helmet part, which looks really cool. But yeah, it's just a lot more basic looking, and I don't really see the appeal on this one particular. I don't know. Let's go ahead and talk accessories. We'll talk about the rest in just a minute. We do have the display stand, which is pretty nice with the Destiny logo and the map texture on there. We have a different ghost for the Warlock here. We have some, I don't know, kind of like seafoam green ghost shell, so that's kind of cool. We have a sniper rifle, which is either the black spindle or the black hammer. Thinking black spindle, but I could be wrong. Does have a peg hole for going in his back. And then we have this other one, which is good for the Oryx raid, but I can't remember what it's called, so I guess it's okay, but you can totally forget about him holding these guns. They just don't work at all, so that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, the hands are not sculpted well, and they are very rigid plastic, so it's very, very challenging to get him to hold the weapons. And then you can't really move the arms in such a way to have him hold the weapons with both hands anyway, so it's kind of pointless. You do have the peg hole on the back, so you can put the weapons on there, but that's about it. As far as the articulation goes, his head just doesn't really want to move at all. I can just rotate it side to side a little tiny bit, and that's it. I can't get it to lean in any direction. So, pretty garbo. For the shoulders, can raise them up a little bit better than the Titan, so that's pretty good. But of course, the rotation is limited by those shoulder pads, though I don't think you need to raise the arm any higher than that, really. It's still something to note. We do have no bicep swivel, except for down here in the elbow, which the elbow works well enough, I guess, and the swivel works a little bit better than on the Titan, so you might be able to kind of force a pose if you can somehow heat the hands up and get the gun in there. You might be able to, but as you can see, this guy's finger is totally jacked up from the packaging, so hopefully that kind of thing doesn't happen for your figure. No torso articulation other than a waist swivel, which is pretty much useless, and then we have our hips, which don't even line up on this side. There's a big gap by his package, so that's no good. You can technically bring the legs out to the side, but the cloak cape thingy will kind of limit that. You can rotate them forward, and that's not bad. He gets decent range going forward. Going back, it's very limited by the cloak, so be aware of that. For the knees, you get a single jointed knee, almost 90 degrees, with a little bit of a rotation in there, which is kind of silly. And then for the ankles, you have a ball peg, which is very, very minimal. Almost no range in any direction, but backward just a little bit. So almost a statue, guys. Very, very basic articulation. Definitely not an action figure as I would call it. I would say it's more like an action statue. And so if you're into that kind of thing, then knock yourself out. You're going to like it. But if you're not into that kind of thing, this is definitely a don't buy it situation. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. Mostly, and we talk about all kinds of fun stuff. Action figures, video games, movies, TV shows. Always going to have something to watch here, so make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and in the meantime, keep collecting.